If you have a fatty liver, your chances of having blocked arteries is much higher. We are about to reveal the worst foods that cause it, and also lead to blocked arteries, including some that you may have been told are healthy for you. We'll also look at several helpful foods, and one particular oil that science showed actually reversed fatty liver. And if you're a coffee drinker, make sure you watch to the end, as there's a surprising twist when it comes to coffee and fatty liver. Fatty liver is a growing concern, with research showing a sharp increase since 2019. Although it's normal to have some fat in your liver, when it's more than 5%, it is not safe. It's a silent epidemic that often goes unnoticed, largely because the liver is incredibly resilient. Even with up to 90% damage, the liver can still perform its essential functions, meaning it often flies under the radar until it's too late, leading to cirrhosis, liver failure, or liver cancer. So, let's explore the worst foods to avoid, as well as beneficial foods and tips to heal and protect your liver. Our first food group that causes fatty liver is refined carbohydrates. When we consume them, they break down into glucose rapidly. Although our cells need glucose for energy, when we eat processed carbs, our system gets flooded with too much of it, and the body has to compensate by transporting it to the liver for storage as fat. This causes a problem when we eat too much of any carbohydrate. But refined carbohydrates are particularly bad. Refined carbohydrates, like processed grains, have had their fiber-rich outer layers removed, which means they are rapidly digestible. This includes foods like white flour, bread, pasta, and white rice. Without fiber, they are quickly converted into glucose and absorbed into the bloodstream, increasing fat storage in the liver and around the abdomen. High blood sugar, particularly from refined carbohydrates, also triggers inflammation and oxidative stress throughout the body, which damages arteries and increases the risk of heart disease. And next is too much salt. Like high blood sugar, issues also arise with excess sodium from salt. A high sodium diet is linked to a range of health problems, including high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, and kidney disease. But did you know it can also contribute to fatty liver disease? Research has linked high sodium intake to increased fat accumulation in the liver, even in the absence of overeating or weight gain. This effect is thought to be due to the inflammatory and fibrotic effects of excess sodium on liver cells. Try to stay within the recommended daily intake of sodium, which is less than 300 mg a day, which is about a teaspoon, or follow the guidelines of your healthcare provider. And then there's toxic oils, which can cause enormous damage to the liver and arteries. And surprisingly, this includes some oils that are often promoted as healthy. First, let's start off with the worst of the worst. Trans fats, often found in margarine and shortening. These fats are artificially produced through a process called hydrogenation, which makes them more stable and gives food longer shelf life. However, trans fats are a nightmare for the body to break down, causing fat to accumulate in the liver. As well as inflammation that can lead to tumor formation, trans fats lead to the formation of toxic compounds called advanced glycation end products, which damage the lining of arteries, causing them to harden and get blocked up. And many vegetable oils aren't much better. These include popular oils like canola oil, corn oil, soybean, sunflower oil, safflower, cottonseed oil, sesame, grapeseed, peanut, and walnut oil. These highly refined oils are unstable and vulnerable to oxidation, leading to cell damage and a cascade of damaging effects throughout the body. A number of studies are now recognizing the problem with these oils, such as the 2018 study titled Omega-6 Vegetable Oils as a Driver of Coronary Heart Disease, which identifies vegetable cooking oils as a major culprit for today's epidemic of inflammation and cardiovascular disease. So stay away from these toxic fats and cook with healthier and less processed options. Especially olive oil, which contains monounsaturated fat and has been shown to be particularly beneficial for protecting against fatty liver disease. Now, saturated fats are often broadly demonized when it comes to heart and liver health. But, a 2018 study found some surprising results. The study, titled Virgin Coconut Oil Reverses Hepatic Steatosis by Restoring Redox Homeostasis and Lipid Metabolism in Male Wistar Rats, actually found that coconut oil reversed fatty liver disease in rats. While this is an early study, it shows yet another potential benefit of coconut oil, suggesting that virgin coconut oil could be a useful dietary supplement against fatty liver disease. Are you finding this video useful so far? If so, please click the thumbs up button to help us be found by more people. And if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Fast food chains are notorious for using the oils we just discussed, because they're cheap and convenient for high heat and fast cooking. But what's even worse is that these oils aren't just used once. They're often used repeatedly throughout the day, which intensifies the harmful effects. Each time the oil is heated, it oxidizes more and more, creating a dangerous cocktail of chemicals, including aldehydes and lipid peroxides, which flood the body with harmful free radicals. Moreover, fast food meals are typically made with cheap and inflammatory ingredients, while being low in fiber and essential nutrients. This combination causes enormous weight gain and clogs up our blood. As a healthier alternative, consider preparing meals at home using fresh, whole ingredients. Cooking at home allows you to control what goes into your food, and to choose healthier cooking methods and ingredients. If you do eat out, choose restaurants that prioritize fresh ingredients, and healthier cooking methods, such as grilling, steaming, or baking over deep frying. When it comes to fatty liver and blocked arteries, one ingredient causes more damage today than any other: sugar. When you consume sugar, it's broken down into glucose and fructose. Glucose is first used by the body cells for energy, and any excess is sent to the liver, while fructose, the kind found in high fructose corn syrup, is primarily processed in the liver. This means that your liver is facing an onslaught any time you consume sugar. And again, any excess is turned into fat around the abdomen or in the liver. At the same time, if there's too much sugar floating through your blood, it can trigger a number of harmful processes, contributing to atherosclerosis artery disease, increasing insulin resistance, which leads to diabetes, and damaging nerves in the arms, legs, eyes, and heart. Artificial sugars like high fructose corn syrup are even worse. These are found in many sodas, fruit drinks, candies, and hidden in unexpected places like breads and cereals. High fructose corn syrup is rapidly absorbed into the bloodstream and delivered straight to the liver, causing a surge of fat production. Researchers conducted an experiment where mice were given either a high fructose diet or a controlled diet with the same calorie content. In just a few months, the mice on the high fructose diet developed fatty livers and had high rates of liver tumors. Interestingly, the researchers found that high fructose corn syrup also deteriorated the intestinal barrier. The intestinal barrier is crucial for preventing bacteria and toxins from leaking into the bloodstream. The dangers of sugar can't be overstated, with one study finding that people who regularly drink diet soda had a 67% increase in type 2 diabetes and a 36% increase of metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions associated with heart disease and liver disease. Sugar is addictive, so weaning yourself off can take some persistence. But the effort is worth it when you look at the long-term improvements in energy and disease prevention. Processed foods are quite simply a perfect storm when it comes to fatty liver disease. They encompass the worst aspects of everything we've discussed so far, combining high levels of refined carbohydrates, hidden salts, hidden sugar, and toxic oils. But the damage doesn't stop there. Processed foods often contain additives, preservatives, and other chemicals, designed to extend their shelf life and enhance taste. They are Frankenstein foods, and our bodies aren't prepared to deal with them, leading to inflammation, cell damage, gut problems, and other negative effects. Furthermore, a dark secret of the commercial food industry is the bliss point. The bliss point is a term used in food chemistry to describe the optimum level of sugar, salt, and fat that makes us want to eat more. This makes processed foods highly addictive, leading to overeating, cravings, and unhealthy relationships with toxic foods, meaning weight gain, low energy, and disease, all in the name of profit. Given all these issues, it's clear that avoiding processed foods is crucial. This includes things like frozen meals, commercial cookies, processed meats, canned soups, and other highly processed foods. Instead, prepare as much food as you can at home, using healthy, whole ingredients. This gives you complete control over what you're eating, and allows you to avoid harmful ingredients. Cooking from scratch may seem time-consuming, but with a little planning and preparation, it can actually be quite manageable. One strategy is batch cooking, then dividing up portions and freezing them. This not only saves time and money, but also removes the temptation to reach for a processed meal when you're busy or tired. Now let's discuss the worst thing for fatty liver: alcohol. Alcohol isn't just another harmful food. It's a bona fide toxin. The liver is our body's primary detoxifying organ. When we consume alcohol, the liver sees it as a toxin, and immediately prioritizes its processing over other tasks. While this might seem like a good thing, your body is trying to protect you. After all, the issue lies in the burden this places on your liver. The continuous effort to metabolize alcohol can cause inflammation and scarring, known as cirrhosis, which severely impairs the liver's ability to function properly. This condition is a common precursor to liver failure and cancer. But that's not the only way alcohol harms your liver. Remember, alcohol, especially certain types like beer and sweet cocktails, are high in sugar. Therefore, when you consume alcohol, not only does your liver have to contend with a toxic substance, it also has to deal with a surge in blood sugar levels. In other words, alcohol is a double whammy for the liver. It has to work twice as hard. First, to eliminate the toxin, and then to manage the sugar rush, which accelerates fat accumulation. Even moderate drinking can have these effects, but heavy or chronic drinking is especially dangerous. If you are worried about your liver health, it's certainly a good idea to monitor and limit your alcohol intake. Stick to the recommended limits. Up to 1 drink a day for women, and up to 2 drinks a day for men, and opt for alcohol-free days every week. Even if you do drink moderately, it's worth considering taking a break, like the popular Dry July, a month without alcohol. A 2018 study published in the journal Gastroenterology and Hepatology studied the impact of 1-month abstinence from alcohol. The study involved 94 people, categorized as moderate to heavy drinkers. After 1 month, the abstinence group showed significant improvements in insulin resistance, blood pressure, weight, vascular endothelial growth factor, and liver function tests, showing just how resilient the liver is, and its immense ability to recover when lifestyle habits change. As we've discussed, the liver has a great ability to repair, and certain foods can make a huge difference. Consuming a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables provides essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that promote liver health. Particularly beneficial are cruciferous vegetables, like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage, all of which contain the compound sulforaphane. Studies show that sulforaphane and other compounds in cruciferous vegetables greatly support liver detoxification processes. Likewise, spinach, kale, and other leafy greens are rich in chlorophyll, and can help neutralize toxins in the liver. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, has potent antioxidant properties which protects the liver. Garlic is another superfood, with one study finding that people who consumed garlic for 15 weeks experienced significant reductions in liver fat. And start your morning with lemon water, as research shows that the compound limonene found in lemons may help to block fat deposition in liver tissues. And fortunately, all of these foods are not only superfoods for the liver, but also for the heart and arteries. So, they're going to help you get back on track for full body health. Finally, if you're a coffee drinker, we've got good news. Research shows that coffee stimulates a special anti-inflammatory enzyme in the liver. In a 2016 study, people with liver disease who drank 2 or more cups of coffee per day showed lower fibrosis, the dangerous scarring in the liver, which can eventually lead to cirrhosis and liver failure. So enjoy your cup of joe, but don't add any sugar, as that's going to counter the benefits. Beyond these superfoods, regular physical activity is important for liver health. Exercise helps with weight management, reduces insulin resistance, and, in turn, improves liver function. Drink plenty of water to flush out toxins and waste products. Most guidelines suggest 8 cups of water per day, depending on your size, exercise levels, and other lifestyle factors. Finally, medications can be hard on the liver, including over-the-counter drugs like ibuprofen and acetaminophen, as well as statins and certain antibiotics. Only take these medications if they're absolutely necessary, read the instructions, and stick to dosage limits. If you're taking medication, be sure to eat plenty of the liver-friendly foods we outlined. And of course, cut out the harmful foods we've discussed, and drop a comment below on any liver-helpful or harmful foods you know of.